Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is a guest round from All with Sonic in the Jim White Dingo. As you can see, he is using the rocket launcher instead of the prototype beam rifle. Also, this is a Friday night match, and might be from back when we were doing custom rooms, because we've got me, Spidey Wing, and Nexo Hunter on this team. I think this is my second attempt to do a voiceover for this, and I think I saw Nurse Gundam on the other team, so very possible that this is one of those times when we were mixing it up in custom rooms. We did that again last week. That went fairly well. But yeah, just a lot of times just don't, some of us don't like fighting each other and would rather just, go set out against the randoms, and I get that. So, a lot of times we just don't, we don't do the customs anymore. But, Friday nights after 8 o'clock, about 8:30 Eastern, and sometime before, probably about 2 a.m. Keep an eye out on custom rooms and see if you see a name you recognize, because we've done it sometimes. But at any rate, yeah, this is just running the Jim White Dingo as though it were any other mobile suit, which works very well. As I recall, I think it has pretty good melee stats. I have a feeling they probably didn't want to lean into too much ranged mod with that ridiculous beam rifle, so that would make sense. But also, it's been, it has been a minute since I actually looked at its stats, so I could be misremembering entirely. But yeah, there's an Aqua Gym here. Aqua Gym's still pretty common at 300, but I think this is from a while back when they were just absolutely the dominant thing at this cost. Basically, they were the general everybody wanted to use. So, but they're pretty good. So, there is a reason that people gravitate towards these things, and I like variety, but sometimes you just need something that works, and the Aqua Gym works. Let's see. Yeah, this is an ace match. We are at the 3-minute mark. We will, each team's highest scoring player will become an ace, whose kills will be worth triple points, and will be worth triple points if they are killed. So, obviously, the best possible score potential is when your team's ace is alive and the other team's ace is dead. And that's a difficult thing to pull off sometimes, but also, worth it. But yeah, Sonic is going to be away for a little bit, so I actually got to return the favor for once and send him a guest video. There's a video up on his channel now of me and my early production Gelgoog that from around recently that sometimes I hang on to Gelgoog rounds that I really enjoyed, but also just I've run a ton of them and it just feels like I've kind of beat it to death. So I try not to run them too often unless I'm really having trouble, getting material together, or it's been long enough since I ran the early production. But again, it's one of the things I got good at because I really enjoyed it early in when the roster was not huge, so I had the time and focus to be able to get as good at it as I possibly could. Like I said, doing the YouTube thing, taking the requests, I kind of have tried to branch out since, but, the Gelgoog, it's gotten some improvements over the years, but it's still substantially what I, learned to play, so it works well for me. I don't remember exactly why I had the equipment loadout the way I did. I think a lot of it comes down to just because of the kind of slots something has available. I tend to pick a stat or a function and lean into it. And with the Gelgoog, I think I went with melee damage. And yeah, like I said, I'm pretty sure that is Nurse Gundam and that Gundam ground type weapons rack. But yeah, I leaned into melee damage, which you'd think I'd put more power behind that beam rifle, but it has more slots, as I recall, for melee. And since it's one of the things where I am most confident in my combo capabilities, and I tend to knock people down with the downswing, hit them with the beam rifle, and then follow with a neutral swing or another downswing. It's where I tend to, leaning into the melee tends to work well for me. Okay, that is not Nurse Gundam. That is somebody else in a similar color scheme. And they are the enemy ace and also now dead. So Sonic is our ace, which, not surprising. He's had a really good round so far. And, White Dingo also has some decent grenades. It's one of those things, a few things that has both grenades and Vulcans, especially at the lower costs. Not exactly common among the low-cost gym variants. So, I think Spidey's in the Jim Kai, because he's using a bazooka. I thought he might be in Jim Cold Districts, because that was a favorite of his, but yeah, everybody branches out eventually. So, let's see, that is a good kill if he can land it. And he did. Nice. Whoever that was on the other team, sometimes, especially when there's an enemy ace looking at you, you just can't stand still. And that's, I kind of move almost randomly sometimes just to try and keep from getting hit. But yeah, just, sometimes just scope things out and then get behind cover if you can, because there will be somebody gunning for you. 90 seconds left. Decent lead. It's not an insurmountable one, especially with this Ifrit and this Aqua Gym just really pushing. And yeah, they successfully pushed, in fact. So, our team still has the lead, but it is a much slimmer lead than it was a minute ago. So, still hanging out there, though, and the enemy ace is gone. Sonic's going to get a chance to spawn back in first. Luckily, I got myself killed when the enemy ace was not on the field. That is, of course, the time to do it. And good swing there. Now, will somebody else? Okay, Spidey just took the kill. Sometimes it's just... Sometimes you mentally commit to things, and it's hard to stop yourself once you've... in light of new information. I mean, that's true in life. That's true especially in this game. But yeah, just trying to... Oh, there is a good target for Sonic. Especially if, hopefully, team's coming up. Spidey grabbed that one too. Yeah, this was... I'm sure he was just, saying sorry through... he's saying sorry through the chat. And I'm pretty sure probably also on the mic at this point. But, it happens. Like I said, just... sometimes I still do that myself sometimes. And you always feel worst about it when the team loses, so fortunately that's not something we need to worry about here, because Sonic had it under control. So, but yeah, that was a good round. That is what the White Dingo can do without its special beam rifle. And I was in the Zaku Flipper doing probably not much. Okay, yeah, just a coincidence that we had somebody in Nurse Gundam's colors. There's nobody on that side that I particularly remember playing with after all this time, but if you were in the round, good game and good playing with you. That is going to do it for this episode of Gundam Battle Operation 2. We will be back soon with more. Till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later! I have to say, Amazon Japan has been a lovely thing, because the real-type selection wave of G-Frame Full Armor was on sale for fairly cheap the other day, so I'm getting that shipped in. Should be here just in time for my birthday. I think it's going to show up like the day before on Thursday the 22nd, but I really am looking forward in particular to that real-type Gelgoog, because I've had a little PVC figure that's basically also in the same approximate scale as this in MS in Action. But I've had that since I got it in an eBay lot like 20 years ago, and had, basically, I liked the color scheme and had no idea how I'd ever get a figure of it, and well, now I know. Also, nice to get the real-type Gundam and Jim, so, and I think the Zaku is the last thing in the box, so that works for me.